Good evening. We are live. Must be Wednesday night.
Must be.
The best hour of the week, if I must say so.
I would
I'm
take
Straight.
partial.
I
I'm
would agree
partial.
with you.
We, John, myself, Mario, they left us in charge again. But anyway, Wednesday night, August 4th. Can any of you gentlemen tell me what the hell happened to July? Where'd
It
it go?
flew by
What happened to July?
It
just like that.
every day gets faster and faster. That's crazy.
It was a good month, though, right?
Oh,
we
it
all
was.
we all agree on that. It was a pretty good month.
Some have better than others.
Some of us had better months than others. Good point. I know where you're going with that. I know exactly where you're going with that.
Yeah,
And
some have better than
if that was a backhanded slap, I'll take it.
no, that was a compliment. That was
But
impressive.
yeah, July's gone. They say once July 4th hits, summer's over. You know what I mean? But it's been an awesome summer. I don't know what you got going on down there in Florida land, but it's been beautiful up here, Mario.
It's raining a lot.
That's norm, though, right?
Yeah. Today's been a little bit more than normal. Normally it's hot during the day and it'll rain in the afternoon for a little bit and then we'll be done. So I'm expecting that for the rest of the week.
There you go.
So, but
Well, it's been hot. We got a little cool down.
We did.
We got a little cool down right now going
I
on.
heard that.
But
This is perfect weather.
this isn't the Weather Channel.
Right.
Nobody dialed in to hear the weather.
Really
But
Not when we got all Philadelphia sports to talk about.
oh man, it's
roaring right now.
been a good month. It's been a good month, but we got some old business to take care of with who wore it best. So I'll hand it off.
All right. We're winding down here, which is a little sad to say for some.
Yeah, what are you going to do with all your time now? Oh, that's right. It's football.
Fantasy football time.
Just in time for the fantasy football to come along. But for number 91, Fletcher Cox beat out Kevin Green. For 92, Reggie White beat out Rick Tockett and Michael Nylander. And then for 93, the Beach House, Jacob Voracek beat out Tim Jernigans and Pat Neshek and John Gilmore.
Going away present.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Congratulations.
Going away present.
Exactly. So I'm sure Jack will be excited about that for sure.
He's
Tonight,
just happy he's gone.
right.
Wonder who his new whipping boy's going to be.
I'm sure he'll find one real quick.
And Ghost is gone too, so he's probably going to have to drop maybe to Drew, maybe? Being the captain.
Going to be interesting.
That'll be interesting to see who his next
Going to
guy
be
is.
interesting to see who his new whipping boy is.
Yeah.
My guess it could be JVR if he's still around.
You think?
Because he had a good year last year, so he had,
By whose standards?
That was last year, John.
well he did it until the COVID stuff hit, and then he struggled down the stretch. So
All right. Well,
we'll see.
we'll find out sooner
we will.
or later.
We will. Maybe we'll even find out tonight. We're on the 94 now. So for the Phillies, we have Dinar Hinosa. I butchered that name, I know, but
Both of them, actually.
Hinosa?
Well, there's a J in there.
Yeah, Hinosa.
Okay. I'll let you go on that one.
What's your version, Mario?
It looks like Hina Josa. Because there's two O's in there.
Syllables.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you how it looks.
And it's all right. Not that he's going to win anyway.
Oh man, you pulled that one right out of the movie line.
He played 2015 and 16 for the Phillies. He had 28 games. He had a 2-1 record with a 1.59 ERA. So I'm not sure exactly why he left because his numbers were actually pretty decent with 29 strikeouts in those 28 games. So
Here we are giving him all these accolades and we can't even pronounce his name.
I think I nailed it. My English is perfect.
I wasn't complaining.
I hear you. And then so then for the Eagles we have Bo Allen, He was played from 2014 to 2017, a member of the Super Bowl 52 championship team, 117 tackles with 2.5 sacks. And we also added a second Eagle with Josh Sweat. He's from 2018 to the current. He was a 4th rounder from out of Florida State. He has 60 tackles and 10 sacks. The best sack was the one against the Saints game to save us the game that they had to get Taysom Hill there at the 50-yard line, I would say.
That should win it.
Yeah, that helps him out. And then for the outsider, we have DeMarcus Ware. He was a Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos, a 4-time first-team All-Pro, a 9-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time NFL sacks leader, an all-decade team of the 2000s, and a member of the 100 Sack Club. So, Mario, who do you have?
I'll go Bo Allen.
There you go.
What are the choices again? Yeah, Bo was great while he was here.
And here.
Well, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I meant. It's exactly where I was going. You're reading my mind.
Him and
He
Kelsey.
held the pen for Kelsey. You heard her hold my beer? Hold my cup.
Exactly.
I felt so bad for him. But anyway, we got work to do.
We do.
That's fine.
Yep, exactly.
Nah, I go Bo Allen.
Exactly. I agree. Super Bowl, you brought us the Super Bowl. You can't go wrong there. So then for number 95, we have the Eagles, John Bunnan. He played from the 72 to 82 with the Eagles. He also played with the Philadelphia Stars from 83 to 84. A member of the 1980 NFC Championship team with the Eagles and the USFL champion with the Stars. For the Eagles as well, we have William Fuller. He played from 94 to 96. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler, member of the 100 Sack Club. He also, ironically, played 84 to 85 with the Philadelphia Stars and was a member of the championship team there. And he's also an all-USFL all-time team member. And also with the Eagles, we have Richard Dent. He one year he played here in 97, 2-time Super Bowl champion, a 4-time Pro Bowler, member of the 100 Sack Club as well. And then for the outsider, we have Darrell Waltrip for our NASCAR fans. He had 35 starts with the number 95 car. He had 9 top 5 finishes, 18 top 10 finishes out with that. And he had 110 laps led. That's how you judge NASCAR. How many laps did you lead with the car? So he had 110 laps led with that car.
Who are we talking about again?
Darrell Waltrip.
Darrell Waltrip.
So,
He's now in the booth, right? He now talks about them driving in circles.
if I watch that, I get dizzy when the cars go.
I
around.
actually
Make 'em
enjoy
look-
a little NASCAR every once in a while.
Oh yeah,
Depends.
it's not bad, but I get dizzy.
I enjoy it.
Watch the last couple laps. It's really all you need to watch.
Right.
I know, especially when they crash them up. My God.
So Mario, who do you have?
I am going to go with John Bunning.
There you go. Good choice.
One stat, and it's a good one, that you forgot about Mr. Bunning, and he'd be upset. He was on Dick Vermeil's staff in
Coaching
St.
staff.
Louis.
Super Bowl
Coaching
champ.
staff, Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl with Dick Vermeil in St. Louis with Kurt Warner as the quarterback.
We're doing who we're best for Philadelphia.
Oh, sorry. I just thought that was
That is a good. That is good.
You give all these meaningless stats.
Thanks.
John Bunny.
We got a clean sweep there.
All right.
NFC champion plus the USFL champion with the Stars. The Stars teams were fun.
And a Super Bowl champ with Dick Vermeil.
He was also a Super Bowl champ. I remember going. I was at one of the games with my grandfather down at the stadium. That was a good time. And then we have number 96, that great Tommy Hunter for the Phillies. Played 2018 to 2020. He was a 5-5 record with a 3.64 ERA. In 94 games, he had 5 saves and 81 strikeouts. For the Eagles, Clyde Simmons. played from 86 to 93, two-time Pro Bowler, the two-time first-team All-Pro, the sack leader in the NFL in 92, a 100 sack club member, a member of the Eagles' 75th anniversary team, and an Eagles Hall of Famer. For the outsider, we have Cortez Kennedy, an 8-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 92, All-Decade Team of the 90s for the NFL, Seahawks Ring of Honor, and his numbers retired as well by the Seahawks, and an NFL Hall of Famer in 2012. So, where are we going, Mario?
I'm going to go Tommy Hunter.
Going Tommy Hunter.
What were the choices again?
And you're paying attention today,
At
Claire.
least I'm listening to you, John.
Tommy Hunter and Clyde Simmons and Cortez Kennedy.
And Mario and Tommy Hunter, why?
You must have bought him a beer one time.
Tommy Hunter buy you a beer?
No.
I can't go Tommy Hunter. Are you going Tommy Hunter?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Clyde
Okay.
Simmons, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Clyde. I was just looking for the sweep. I wanted to get the broom out.
Well, they-
Tommy Hunter.
Yeah.
How do you even make the list?
he was the only one. Well, Natalie Felice made the list for his one inning of pitching, so that I don't know if that really technically counts. But other than
Sorry,
that, it was
I
just
had to pick one Philly.
exactly.
I got you. I got to go Clyde.
Exactly. Again, another member that was here at the store. So
Absolutely.
great guy. Those gangrene teams that you put any of those guys up there, they're winning most times anyway. That was another fun era. That unfortunately they didn't win, but that was a fun era of
Great
sports.
coach.
Right.
You had great games at the vet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So all right. Well, there we go.
So we had a lot of Eagles in this round of who wore it best.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a lot of Eagles going. Finishing
Going
out.
forward.
Yeah. The higher numbers. So there's not a lot of baseball. I mean, you're going to have a little bit with 99. You're going to have Mitch Williams will be in there, and so
All right.
Taguchi.
So we're going to finish it up next week.
We are.
We're going to finish it up next week, and it should be interesting.
We will.
Nice.
Should be interesting. We're to the finish line.
We are. Lauren's going to be happy. We got no more polls to do. So
Yeah.
she's going to be happy because Facebook's been making it hard on us.
I think the rumor has it she's out on a job search. She's a couple other podcasts are looking to
Steal her away.
steal her away. So you
Damn.
have to be nice.
That's going to be tough
What, to be nice?
for John to be nice to Lauren.
We get along perfect. It's just when she listens to me. That's all.
Now she's
John, we do have it on film, right?
she's out. She's got this wedding thing coming up, so she's got some business to take care of tonight, and
A little preoccupied.
Anthony has some Reading Fight and Phil's business to take care of tonight. So everybody's accounted for.
Yeah,
Everybody's
we
accounted for, and hopefully we'll see. We'll see. What's next week? Where are we at next week?
Next week we're here,
We're back here next week,
and then
Yeah,
the
it's the
18th we're
11th.
back.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, August the 18th, we're at Dagwoods.
Yep. With
We
Milt
got
Thompson.
Milt Thompson's our special guest. So
Saturday
yeah,
before that?
looking forward to that.
The Saturday before that?
That would be one Charlie Manuel
Yes. Right at this chair,
right here,
right here,
right here
Winner,
in the house.
winner of number 41. Just
Yep.
saying.
Yep, we have to let them know that.
We will. They're funny.
Did you hear that, Missy?
Yeah.
No. So we're talking Eagles. Let's continue with the conversation because the Eagles are in camp. The
Yes, they
pads
are.
went on yesterday.
A couple more injuries today, which isn't good.
Oh, really? I did not hear.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
the second year linebacker, he hurt his calf, so he's out for a little while. That's not
These guys would make horrible, horrible hockey players.
right. Yeah, I mean,
Who got hurt?
the second-year linebacker,
T.J. Edwards.
not Edwards, that Dion something, or I forget his name off the top of my head right now.
Okay. Who
But
else? Anybody else?
And then, you had Devontae Smith got hurt with his knee.
Already?
He did. It was a little bit of an errant throw by QB1. So Jalen Hurts. And but I mean, there's some other guys impressing though. Supposedly Watkins is impressing, and the Hightower's showing some flashes here and there. So we'll see. Sirianni's impressed.
How many
by the
wide
speed.
receivers do they normally keep on a team? 5, 6?
I was just gonna say about right around that, right around 5 or 6.
Well, they got an awful lot
They
of
got
wide
10.
receivers.
They got.
Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Oh yeah, there's a few. Yeah, I mean, and it's Jalen Rager is not. He got yelled at yesterday in practice.
Uh-oh.
He got screamed at.
Uh-oh.
For not doing well. So
Uh-oh.
I think this is going to be the last year with Whiteside. Probably his experiment's going to be over. Fulgrim's still got Fulgham in the mix. And then you got to see with Devontae Smith's knee. I mean, that's supposedly it's only a strain, but going to miss 4 weeks. That's
But he's out there every day. He's
Right.
He's exercising. He's going through the motions. I mean,
yeah, he's catching. I mean, but that's the part that's not his issues.
right.
I mean, getting in sync with Jalen Hurts is the big thing. So yeah, I mean that could hurt just because he's
Run
missing.
real fast, go down the field, and I'll throw the ball to you.
Yeah, I mean Dillard's not playing well.
Well, has he ever played well?
No.
You're talking the offensive lineman, right?
Right. Yeah.
Where Mulatto's they've always and I mean they started with him as a project, and you got to give them credit because they've stuck with him
Mm-hmm.
through thick and thin.
Oh yeah, being a regular guy,
I mean?
never played football before.
And he's I've heard Kelsey talk real good things about him.
Right.
So maybe maybe they found the diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time, right?
Yeah. No, I mean that. It makes the Dillard pick wash out a little bit because you got Mulatto taking the spot, but I mean it's going to be an interesting year. I mean just like with the Phillies, the Eagles they don't have the depth on their team, so they can't have all these injuries coming up because if they start getting injury guys, then they're going to have a tough time.
Right. So say Devontae Smith doesn't start the season. Who they got?
Well, you got Fulgrim,
Right.
you got Hightower, and you got.
So I guess what I'm getting at is, do they have anybody else to go to?
No, it's a thin core.
Okay.
As far as young, as far as experienced guys.
So
I think the oldest guy is like 24, 25 years old.
So when other teams start to develop strategies, then they have other people they can go to, other wide receivers, running backs that are going to do as good.
I don't think the whole offense is going to come down to throwing the ball on every play.
No.
It shouldn't. That's what I'm trying to get. It shouldn't.
I mean,
shouldn't have to.
You got 2 solid tight ends. I think you've got a solid, some solid depth at running back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're talking about changing things up, and I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. I mean, it's only a knee sprain,
Right.
You know what I mean?
He'll be back for
and
game 1. But
I'll make this prediction right now. He'll be on the field game 1.
Right.
I would think.
He'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I would think.
Unless he forces himself to come back too soon and re-aggravates it and does himself a disservice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's probably, I don't know, has he ever experienced an injury of this type, prior to.
Alex, what was his finger? It was his finger that he broke
Right.
in the championship game or whatever.
Right.
So
No, I
Yeah.
think the Eagles might be, like just tone it down a little bit.
Right.
It's early.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we'll be fine.
you just got to worry about like hamstring pulls and that,
Oh,
and that kind
no
of stuff by
No
not
doubt.
having all the practice.
No doubt.
Game. The preseason games
But I
themselves. playing in
think
them,
I
But he's our least of our worries
Exactly.
as far as talent wise.
exactly.
Right.
And you've alluded to it. Hurts getting the ball to the right receiver, to the right tight end. I see. Nick Graff gave us an NFL Network update that I guess Hurts didn't have a very good day today. He must have overthrown Zach Ertz
By 5 yards.
by 5 yards. I mean, that's a big time overthrow.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's early. It really is. It's early. I'm not ready to cut ties with anybody.
No.
This
This is a year you got to learn.
is a young
Right.
young group from all the coaches right on down. I'm more intrigued by the defense. You know what I mean? I think the defense is gonna hit a few quarterbacks this year.
It should.
With the addition of what's the kid's name from Washington?
Ryan Kerrigan.
Ryan Kerrigan. I love that addition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Up front. I just think, the defense is going to be, with Slay and Nelson, I really like the defense.
And
I really do.
McPherson's
The
stepping
rookie
up.
McPherson is his name's being called out a lot in practice. So,
Right.
looking forward to a good defensive front. The offense, it just may take some time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Rookie quarterbacks are.
Oh yeah, you're going to struggle. And
It's difficult.
right.
You know what I mean?
You're going to get a lot thrown at you. It's again another system that he's got to learn this year versus what he did last year. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough that way. But this is a year that we're not expecting anything anyway. So let's build, and grow from this year. So that would be the big.
But again, I put the Eagles in the same boat as the Phillies. This division sucks. This division absolutely. Look at the New York Giants. You reading up on them?
Yeah.
They almost killed their own quarterback in a pile up and a fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was on the bottom of the pile in
And
the
then they were
scrum.
running gassers.
So there's infighting amongst themselves.
Yes.
Oh, just
Yeah.
just the
It's an
Nice.
in-house clean-out is what that was. And the coach was none too happy. But, I mean, who you got for quarterback in Washington? Ryan Fitzpatrick?
well, yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? The Cowboys, they're the most predictable team in the division.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're dangerous if they can stay healthy.
This division is wide open. It's up for grabs.
It's true.
It's up
So
for
if-
grabs.
Is it safe to say if we have a mediocre season, we could possibly take the division? If we win the right
I don't
games.
see anybody running away with it.
Right.
I
Right.
don't.
I see maybe 10 wins out of.
I don't call that running away.
No, I
In a 17-game schedule,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
10, 11
You know.
games with the Cowboys or Washington are probably on paper the two best teams, but just like we saw with baseball, we thought the Phillies were going to be the same way, drop third or fourth place, and
Yeah, and they're
and then
fighting for
injuries-
first right now.
right, and injuries have happened that they're able to still hang in there. So, it's I still worry about Washington. Fitzpatrick has always given us trouble,
I mean,
and he's got a lot of talent.
who do they have?
They got a lot of talent. They got some good offense, and plus their defense is solid, so they don't have to score a lot of points.
They lost a big piece.
Kerrigan?
Yeah.
He's the least of their worries.
So that's a good question, John. Is Dak back?
Yeah, they got a whole stud of guys coming. They got going. Kerrigan's on his last. I mean, he's gonna play well for us. He'll be okay, but he's probably
If
like
he walks in the door, you going to tell him you're on your last legs?
Yeah, I will.
You won't be around long.
Well, I can't. My legs are bad too, so I won't be able to outrun them. I can tell you that much. But but
Just make sure you're in your car when you say it, John.
I think he's got a little bit left in the tank. I really do.
I don't know that he's got a whole lot. I mean, he's gonna be good. With mixing them in.
Well, the way they rotate the line.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't have to play every
gives
game.
Fletcher a blow.
And Grant.
You know what I
and
mean?
stuff, so.
I just I like the D line. Love the D line.
Oh no, I'm not saying he's going to be
Love the D line.
in the mix. He's going to be okay, but like for them, he wasn't going to be a starter for them as far as with the guys that they have. And plus with Ron Rivera, he's a coach that's always going to keep you in games.
We'll see.
But again,
We'll see.
everything comes back to health for all the teams.
Yep.
Because once the Eagles start losing a couple starters, they're in trouble. They don't have the depth on their team right now.
Yep.
Which we know because of the cap hits they're taking and that kind of stuff. But
so our own outsider Sean, he's in Cleveland. He's out there for Hall of Fame weekend.
yes,
He's out there
nice.
Hall of Fame this, Hall of Fame that. So
we had the game for the Cowboys and the Steelers.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's where Shawnee's checking in from. Not just Cleveland. Come on. It's not just Cleveland. It's Hall of Fame weekend.
Gonna go check out an Indians game as well.
Yeah, Indians game, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Big time weekend for Sean. We're happy for him. So
Exactly.
enjoy.
How far is Canton from there?
That's a good question. I'm not sure how far.
It's at least an hour. I know that.
Is it an hour?
It might be more. I'm not positive. I don't think it's a short ride.
We'll have to, somebody check on the logistics and let us know. But Harold Jackson or Harold Carmichael.
Right.
I got Harold Jackson on the brain, right? Because he was sat in this chair. Harold Carmichael gets his gold jacket finally
Finally for Saturday.
after waiting all these years and then some.
And then the COVID hit. Yeah.
So good for him. I know there's a bunch of his teammates from the 80 team that are out there to root him on. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So maybe Shawnee can send us back some pictures and some.
Could be our insider.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
Our outsider insider.
There you go.
So it's an hour and 4 minutes away.
There you go. You said an hour, so
Yep. Everything's about an hour away in Ohio. Philadelphia, it's like 10 minutes away for everything. But.
so the who the Eagles have up first for a preseason game August
Steelers.
12th?
Yes.
Steelers, right?
Yep. Steelers.
Anybody playing, or
Patriots.
is this another hogwash of uneventful spring games?
I think with the young team, they're going to be playing a lot.
You think?
You might have like Kelsey might be out and Lane Johnson might be out.
Some of the veterans.
But I mean, the quarterback's going to play. I would think he's going to have to play a little bit because they don't. I mean, they have a veteran in Flacco behind them, so it's not like
Right.
it's. And you only have 3 games this year, so instead of the 4th one. So
Didn't they only have 2 last year?
did they have 2 because of COVID?
Yeah, I think they had 2 last year.
2 games.
2 games with COVID. They may have last year, but I mean,
I forget.
without all the other ones, all the other years it's 4.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how teams play that. Because we have the Patriots that they're going to be in practice. They're going to be practicing with the Patriots all week. So,
Right.
That'll help. So maybe they have that week off, and then what's it it's the
Jets.
The Jets are the 3rd game. So, yeah, you're going to have to. They're going to have to play because you got to see what they got.
Right. And then I think we open up with the Falcons.
We play the Falcons, yep, and then the 49ers is the first home opener.
Right.
Is the home opener week 2. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough schedule. To open up the doors. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. We shall find out rather quickly.
We should. Sure.
rather quickly.
Yeah, no,
We've already hit the halfway mark of the show, and we've had a lot of good conversation, about the Eagles. But there are some other sports teams in this city.
there are.
At least one.
Well, before we head there, I just want to ask John one question, rather big question. Is Ben Simmons going to be back with the Sixers this year?
That's a good question. That's a tough one.
And the reason I ask, and the only reason I ask, is because the asking price is rather high. And are they doing that for a reason? Is there a reason for that? Do they truly want to find out, and keep him in Philadelphia for another year, to see where we're at with this? I see he is working out in California. That means nothing to me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
year.
like going through the motions at an Eagles training camp.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just curious because I know the asking price, was set pretty high.
Right.
They weren't able to do anything, and I I'm just wondering if it tied their hands, in the free agency, and if they were able to, had they been able to move Ben, would they then at that point just opened up a little bit where they could have done something?
I don't think they could have done that because they were up against the cap.
Well,
outside.
I get that. But there's a lot of shaking and moving around, and you look what Miami did. You look what the Lakers did. You look what some of these other teams are doing. You buy out contracts. We've been down this road before.
True.
You know what I mean? And things kind of develop. We talked about Kyle Lowry. He moved on to Miami. We talked about Beal. He's staying in Washington. Who was the other?
Lillard.
Damian Lillard. That's still a possibility, right?
I think that's what they're holding out for.
He wants out of Phoenix,
right. Or Portland,
rather.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Nick's got some good information.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Close to Lillard today as a coaching consultant. Really, that's interesting move.
Yeah, I think that's they're holding out for that move.
Really,
I think that's the only way they're going to get rid of Ben. So if they don't get Lillard, then I think he will be here. To answer your question,
right? So part two to this question, is this another Carson Wentz where you've devalued the product so much that you're now taking pennies on a dollar, based on you can't find a trade partner.
Well, I don't know that the Sixers devalued him. It was just him with his actions on the court, not shooting the ball down the stretch for whatever reasons. If he has some mental issues that he has to work out.
No different than Carson. Well, you know what I mean? I equate the two very close to each other.
They are, but you weren't seeing the Eagles were bashing Carson Wentz on the way out, kicking them. You don't see the Sixers doing that with Simmons.
Well, no, because he's still $180 million, and they got a lot invested.
Right.
Not that they didn't have a whole lot invested in Carson, and I don't want to go back there, but I just. The two seem to be riding the same
parallel
train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
It is. I think the Carson Wentz thing was more. I've told you this before. They were trying to get the money back. They were dumping them. They knew they were going to be in trouble for a little while, and I still, until I'm proven wrong or told otherwise, I think they were trying to recoup that $75 to $100 million that they lost over the pandemic. That's the only way it makes sense. To get rid of him. He's hurt again now with his foot.
Yeah, now they're saying this injury goes back to his high school days.
Right. So
with that, you think he meets a 75%?
Well, 75% means he has to play 13 games.
Right.
So that's going to be tough. And then 70 games, which is 12 games, or is 70%, which will be 12 games for them to make the playoffs, is an opportunity to be there. They say 5 to 12 weeks.
Right.
So you got 6 weeks until week 1 of the season. So there's a chance. But then I also saw something that is he not having the surgery too now? Did they say that he's going to try to rest
It
it?
depends what day of the week.
Right. That's,
One day, yes. The next day, no.
yeah, I thought I saw something.
Yeah, it does change.
Yeah, that he was.
Yeah,
he may not go. He might actually not have the surgery, and he's
Yeah.
going to try to rest.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then maybe he will be available.
Sticking it to the Eagles once again.
Well, no, but maybe he'll be ready for game 1 of the season, and then he gets the 12 games in. So
I get your motor running when we talk Eagles and I talk Carson Wentz and all that nonsense.
and you know how to push the buttons.
Let's go back to Ben Simmons for a second because I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on it. Give me a percentage. Where are you at percentage wise of them making a move with Ben? What we've gone through the past month and where we're at today, with the Eagles or the Sixers trying to trade him, you know what I mean, and setting the trade value extremely high. So where do you put this? Do we have a 50-50 shot of still trading him?
I'm saying probably 10% maybe that they trade him, and I think that's only because they're really only hoping for the lower deal to come through.
Okay.
And you're going to have Portland be able to give up on him because he's got 3 years, I think, left on his contract, Lord. And then they're going to want to have to take back Ben Simmons as well.
Right.
Because otherwise you're going to be taking a package deal and you're just going to be hoping that you got 4 guys that might be okay to fill in. And I don't know if you can give up a talent like Ben Simmons at 24, 25 years old that soon for a package like that, unless you get a proven guy like Lillard. So, and that's why I think the ice cream price is so high, like I said, to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be tougher because I would have thought they would have had it done by the draft day,
right?
With the draft picks that they could have used,
Yeah.
To do it. So, it definitely made it tougher. So that's why I'll say maybe
Your
10%.
thoughts on the addition of Drummond as the backup center?
Yeah, I think
I guess Embiid can beat up on him in
practice.
in practice now because they didn't get along too well
Right.
past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that just a war of words?
Yeah, probably just.
Now they're hugging it out.
Yeah, they're best buddies.
Yeah, they're hugging it out. Everything's good.
Um,
Kind of like what Embiid will have to do with when Ben walks back through the doors.
it was,
Come
it was
on over
taken
here, little buddy. Let me give you a hug.
It was taken out of context. I didn't say
Yeah,
it.
the goddamn media.
It wasn't because of the dunk that we lost the series. No. Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, it's again a 1-year deal, I believe it was for Drummond. So it's not bad. And but we got rid of George Hill, so wouldn't it have been nice to keep our old buddy that was here before as a center? So we gave up for George Hill, and he didn't give us anything.
They took a shot.
They did.
They took a shot.
They took a shot.
If you'd have just gotten a little bit here and a little bit there, you know what I mean? That shot would have paid off.
Right.
Because we don't have to go back over who won.
Right.
We know all about that now.
Oh yeah.
But moving along.
Well, before we do that, I think the big thing is we got to get Danny Green signed if he didn't already move on to Miami, because we fell apart once Danny Green left that series.
You're right. You're right.
He was a big leader on the team, if not as a talent himself playing, but he was a big leader and kept that team the glue. He was the glue of that team, I think, and it showed
for a guy who wasn't here very long.
Right.
You know what I mean? He molded very quickly into being a fan favorite.
And he was a leader. I mean, but he also has won in other spots. So he knows.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think that would be a tough thing if he does go to Miami. That would be a little tough. So
all right, that's your your little insight there on the Sixer talk.
Yeah, because I mean, because that's really the only guy that we can go spend that extra money on, other than the exemptions that we've used, the minimum exceptions and the mid levels
All
exceptions.
right. Well, we're gonna find out. Howard went to the super team. Can't blame him.
Yeah.
The Lakers are the new super team.
Yeah, they got Carmelo Anthony. They got a bunch of old guys that are going, trying to play one last time. They'll end up being hurt by the end of the season. And
By the end of summer.
Right. Well, yeah, if they even make it to camp. So yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see.
But I know both of you are big hockey fans. What do you think of the additions that the Flyers made? I'm not asking you to pronounce names. I just asked you about the additions. Come on, it's Cam Atkinson. Come on, you can't butcher that one.
Even that one I can.
Come on, it's Ryan Ellis. Come on, come on.
We got that.
Come on.
I think it was good because that was we sat here.
You got the guy from Buffalo.
You're catching me off guard here.
See, off guard.
You're putting me on the spot here.
See,
but no, I think it was great because of all just because of the defensive moves. I mean, we sat here all last year. Every podcast we were talking about the Flyers with their defense leaving the goalies out the drive.
I love every one of the moves. I think that
it can't hurt.
The depth that they added,
right, on
top of the first D man, the second D man. I just think we're in a good spot
right
now. Now we got to get Carter Hart to readjust.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Get his game face back on.
Yeah, I think that's going to help. Just in general with him, because I think having a solid defense in front of him and not having guys just coming out with free shots and basically one-on-one against them. I think it's going to give him a big boost. And then the backup's going to be good just as well too. So,
interesting off-season moves by the Flyers. I think they addressed their needs.
Right.
Unlike the Sixers, because the only reason I pivot back to that, I think their hands are tied.
Well, they are
with the whole Ben Simmons debacle.
Yeah, but I don't think they could have done anything with the Simmons.
Yeah, but I just
because if they took Simmons away, that you're getting
lowered.
So
it
that
just
money's
allows you to do some other things.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I think they spent a lot of time on Ben. You know what I mean? Trying to get these deals done, and it just time wasted.
Maybe
time wasted.
We'll have to see.
But
so Carl, back to the Flyers. You think do they go with Hart or do they go with Elliott?
Well, Elliott's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Elliott took the he opted for the hardware.
Yeah, he went.
He's gone. He's gone for a trophy down in Tampa.
There you go.
Yeah, the Moose is out, and who do we have? Matt Jones. Right? Matt Jones, is he?
Mm-hmm.
From the Sharks. He's the new backup. So
Ooh.
Yeah. So
he got the thumbs up from Jack. So that's a good sign.
Yeah. So yeah, the Moose is gone. So we Martin Jones. Thank you, Nick.
There you go. Nick's on fire tonight.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, he's
get his Flyers talking.
He's good. Now Nick pays attention. He's got this Philly sports thing down pretty good. 2022, the C goes to Couturier. Yeah, you think they make that move? Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a tough one. That might divide the locker room, Nick. I don't know about that. That's a tough one. You got something to support all that?
Well, I mean, how many guys are still left around for Drew
tonight?
Chase Anderson's pitching.
Drew is a UFA.
First pitch home run, John.
Okay.
First pitch home run.
Bring the show down now.
The Phillies hit it. Did that last
no.
Chase Anderson gave it up.
Oh, gotcha.
It's all right. It's all right. We won the first two. We split the last two here, and
Well, I guess that's a great segue into the Phillies conversation since we got about 15 minutes left.
I guess that was we don't want to talk Flyers anymore.
I love talk. I could talk.
Oh,
I could talk Flyers for an hour.
Oh, I know you could.
But I know you guys, get sour on that.
I don't get sour.
You
I like talking hockey.
I could,
I like the hockey.
no,
You know?
I can go hockey 24/7.
Just
You know
don't
what I
ask me to pronounce the names, but I'll talk with you. And I'll just say it again. That
Yeah,
guy.
it's all
Oh,
good.
Joe's got a good question.
You think made out? Who made out the best at the deadline? Let's say the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Trey Turner and
and not because of Max Scherzer. I just think they stole Trey Turner.
yeah.
I mean that kid's a stud, and I think Washington's going to be kicking themselves in there. You know what? For years to come.
He's under control for next year as well.
He's a hell of a player, and I'm still shaking my head about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Robles home run, leadoff home run. All right, so that's the only run of the game they
Yeah,
get.
exactly.
Hopefully.
We did it last night.
They got to score sometimes.
It's
all right.
no big deal. It's no big deal.
The bats come to play tonight. That's all.
But 1.5 back as we sit here, 1.5 back. We got a lot of meaningful games left.
We do.
What's left? 50 some games.
55. Yeah.
55 games.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a lot of lot of meaningful games coming up. And
Well, I think
so-
the bulk are going to be division games, right?
not just
After this month, yeah.
not
Right.
just the fact of what we have to play and do, but the Mets and
Braves, yeah.
we got the second easiest schedule. Is that still
Yeah, we're still.
is it still in play?
Yeah, we still have the second schedule. Actually, I think it may have moved up to the first easiest schedule, but based off of records. But yeah, it's going to be. We got the 2 more games here with Washington, and we got the 3 games over the weekend with the Mets, with the alumni in town. So hopefully the alumni can give them a little bit of boost, and they want to play in front of the alumni, the team, that we can get at least 2 out of 3 against the Mets there.
How cool would it be this weekend? And I was going to get to the whole alumni thing to take over first place this weekend
With them there.
on alumni weekend.
Yeah.
You know
Very
what I mean? The Mets are going to be in town. The place is going to be full of fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a great August weekend.
We're going to be there.
You know what I mean?
We'll be
there.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun, and then from August 13th to August 26th, hopefully the Phillies can. Zach Wheeler starting on Sunday, Nick. So hopefully,
you got Kyle. Don't call me Bob Gibson on Friday, and
Ranger
Suarez
on Saturday, and
Zach Wheeler.
Wheeler.
So is Saturday going to be another bullpen game?
No, they're going to have Suarez stretch out a little bit. He'll get he'll get about 60 pitches, 60 to 65 pitches. So
Good enough.
I mean, 4 or 5 innings. Hopefully get out of him for that.
Right.
But that stretch between August 13th and August 26th, we can make some hay right there because the Mets go out and they have to play during that whole stretch. They play 14 games against the Dodgers and the Giants.
Wow.
So back and forth between West Coast and East, and back and forth. During that same period, the Phillies played the Reds, the Diamondbacks, the Padres, and the Rays. So, if we can pick up a few games right there, we can separate a little bit as well. So hopefully we can keep this going. We stay healthy. Get Suarez stretched out by that time as well, a little bit longer. So yeah, I think we have a shot. We're right there. We just got to stay healthy. And then yeah, that was nice of Harper blowing.
I love that. I love watching that.
Yeah, for the abuse that guy takes, he can do whatever he wants.
He takes abuse wherever he goes.
Right.
But I think at Washington is a little more meaningful, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think after this last weekend with that trade deadline, I think they're wishing that he was back probably. With them dumping everybody else, and they could have used him with Soto out there as well. But no. But yeah, no, it's gonna get fun. I think for the Phillies, coming going forward here. We just got to take care of business with the games that we have.
Right.
And win the games you're supposed to win, and steal a couple games that maybe you were not supposed to win, and we should be okay. We get healthy. Bohm's swinging a better bat right now. Still not driving the ball for power, but at least he's got his average back up
I
there a
think
little
that'll
bit.
come though.
Well,
I
yeah,
think that'll come because he apparently somebody got in his ear. You know what I mean? And if he levels out that swing a little bit, you know what I mean. That might mean a couple dingers. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And they need him. You know what I mean? Because you can't expect Hoskins and Harper and JT to carry every night.
right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, because Segura is not a power hitter, so to speak. I mean, he can do it, but he's more the contact.
man, what a gap hitter.
Yeah.
What a gap hitter. The doubles,
Right.
And
And how about what was it? Today's what was it? Monday night when he was in Washington, before he hit the double to tie the game. A fan behind him is yelling, "What's your favorite ice cream?" And then he yells out right before the pitch, "Vanilla!" And then he smiles, and then he rips the baseball to the right center field for a double. What's this guy do? It's awesome how he
meaningful baseball.
right.
Yeah.
Meaningful baseball.
It's just how relaxed.
Vanilla's his favorite flavor.
Yeah, just how relaxed he is. It's just that he can answer that
All right,
question.
it's awesome, and I've said it all along. I just was hoping that they could get healthy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That they could get healthy. That they could find a way to patch this bullpen. And I didn't realize that the starting staff was going to fall apart.
Right.
You know what I mean? We kind of we were all taking the lumps on the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We just couldn't catch a break there at all.
Right.
And we seem to have kind of pieced a little something together here. With the trade for Kyle.
Gibson.
Don't call me Bob Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Ian Kennedy. I don't know if Ian's got anything left in the tank. We're going to find out.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I mean, what is he? 38.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
He's up there.
He's got some mileage.
Damn.
Yeah, he's been around a while.
He's already got an 18 ERA for the Phillies.
Nice.
Come on, give him a break.
No, I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna
Shouldn't
be good.
even have been in the one game.
Well, I guess, but I'm just worried for him because he doesn't throw hard as a closer, but he's been 16 out of 17 prior.
We're gonna find out.
He mixes it up.
Joe's gonna give him the ball.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely gonna get it.
Joe's good. But you know what the best part is? Joe has options now.
Right.
Joe's got plenty of options
Mm-hmm.
with who is it? Alvarado, Neres, Bradley.
Bradley.
They finally cut ties with Kinsler.
Right.
Thank goodness.
God. Right.
Thank goodness he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
kudos to Dombrowski. I think, by keeping the team under, the luxury tax,
Mhm.
Which apparently was huge. He didn't want to give up, the little bit of prospects that we had. You know what I mean? Keep things together. Based on all your numbers, we're going to get a whole lot of money to play with this off season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We should. I mean, it depends on what they do. If they're going to keep McCutcheon or not.
Right.
And the same with Odubel as far as how much money we would have.
Right.
But
Exactly.
from all talks, it sounds like Odubel's going to be gone. He's on his last leg. If they could have gotten another center fielder, they would have.
So,
I was really Marte from the Marlins.
Yeah.
right.
I've been intrigued with that cat for a long
Yeah,
time.
we talked about that last year.
Yeah, I just wanted him. I just thought he fills a whole lot of what the Phillies need.
Right.
He
He would have been another McCutcheon.
in center field, the leadoff guy that you need. You know what I mean? I just, I don't know what kind of money he's making, but is it that over the top that
Well, he's going to be a free agent this year.
do they make a run? They make a run at him.
Well, I mean, if they're going to get rid of Odubel, then who do you go with?
Yeah, well, they don't have any. They won't have anybody in the
Yeah,
minors.
we went through
Right.
all of them the beginning of the season.
Right.
But how about, speaking of center field, how about our boy Jalen Ortiz
Well,
playing center field in Reading?
Right.
Right?
That's what I was just going to say. Maybe they're going to make
Maybe.
him the center fielder.
Maybe he comes to,
with a
they
little
bring
bit
him
of
to
power.
spring training, and
I mean, he's due. It's time for
he's
him.
been around a while.
Right. As we were talking to him on Saturday night, that he's been around.
He's been around a while.
So
Yeah.
no, I think it. He could be, even if not the center fielder, he could be a good left fielder spot for them to fill that spot for them in left field. But yeah, I just it's going to be interesting. We have our 4 starters now with Gibson being back next year, so that also filled a spot right there that we only need maybe one more starter to go get.
Yep.
Which would be good.
So let me ask you this. Have we seen the last of Vinny Velasquez as a starting pitcher?
I hope.
As a starter, I would have to think so, yes, because you still got Eflin to come back. So Eflin will end up taking Chase Anderson's spot today, and then Ranger Suarez staying in the rotation. So yeah, unless we have major injuries again where we need.
So I guess he basically fills in what, an emergency situation, a long
He
man
probably takes
kind of
that
thing.
Brandon Kinsler role.
That kind of
mid-reliever.
thing.
Yeah, I would
know?
think.
And he's out of here at the end of next year as well, right? At the end of this year.
He is, and actually,
You know
I
what I
think he's on the IL, right? Velasquez.
Did they put him on the IL? I
I
believe you're right. I think
they did that on Monday.
Yeah, they came up with a blister or something.
That's what they're calling it.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
So yeah, I think you probably will have seen the last of him, and obviously unless something
All right.
happens injury wise.
Okay.
Same thing with Matt Moore. That they are what they are. So
All right.
we just got to get we got to get Connor back healthy with his elbow a little bit. So that'll be a nice help for us as well for the bullpen, because that there's a piece that we were missing that maybe, like you were saying, Kennedy may not have been in the Monday game if
Right.
Connor was available to pitch
Well,
and not not hurt.
Joe blamed it on he warmed him up.
Well, he did,
He heated him up and he wanted to use them.
and he
you
hadn't
know what I
pitched
mean.
in a while
Right.
either.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm all good with it. You know what? Joe's got some new pieces to work with.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they, to me, they're assets.
Right.
Because you're now in a pennant race.
mhm.
You know what I mean? The bottom line is, you've damn near caught the Mets.
Right.
You know what
Oh,
I mean? Maybe the Braves still have a chance.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's going to be a 3-horse race going down, but
But Washington's out, the Marlins are out.
mhm.
You know what I mean? And here we are. We're into August and we're playing meaningful baseball.
yeah,
Right.
we're going to be in it all September because unless DeGrom,
And we don't see him this weekend.
no, because he's on.
That's
the
a good thing.
Grom's on the IL. Who else?
He's not going to be back until September. So so
That's-
that helps. So and that's if he even comes back in September because he may need Tommy John surgery. So
Really?
well, he's got elbow issues, which tendonitis or whatever they
Okay.
call it, but that could be from pitching different ways with his Tommy John issues.
Okay.
So there could be surgery for him that he may not even come back. They had to shut him down for a couple weeks.
Wow.
So and then who came back and pitched for them in the minors? Was it Carrasco? I think Carrasco had a little bit of a setback as well.
Yep.
And Syndergaard had a so the guys that they were hoping for to come
that's
back.
I was thinking of Syndergaard when we were talking to Grom, but
Right.
yeah. I mean, there's still you got Strom, you got
Walker.
Tyrone Walker.
Yeah.
They got that young kid Module.
Yeah.
I think we get him Saturday night actually.
Mm-hmm.
The Mets aren't going to go away. We know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? as much as we'd like them to fold up.
Right. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
But
there's always a chance of that happening.
But
small chance.
But the good thing about it was, they were Kumar Rocker. They were drafted. That would have
Yeah,
been.
what happened?
They weren't able to sign him by the Sunday deadline.
So
and
what happens now?
he goes back. He either, I don't think he's going back to college, but he's going to go back into the draft next year.
Really? So they lose the rights completely?
They lose all rights completely. They'll get it an 11th pick.
A supplemental pick.
I think it's 11th is what he was.
Really?
Yeah, so they'll get an 11th pick. They said there was some kind of issue with his medicals. That's why they didn't. They had a deal in place.
That's what we had talked about.
Right, and
wow,
because of the physicals with his elbow, he wouldn't take a lesser number or whatever, and they
interesting.
So which is big because he could have been a big addition to.
Yeah, because they thought he'd be
fast tracked.
He'd be fast tracked to the majors. Hey, here we are. We killed another hour. Great week. Talking Philly sports. Great conversation with everybody. I want to thank everybody who jumped in tonight with us. Don't forget, plan ahead. August 18th. We'll be at Dagwoods in the Great Northeast, but. Pay close attention to the page because we've got some exciting news, and I'm not going to break any news breaking stories, but we're going to be back in Delco real soon. We're this close. We're this close, so we're waiting. I want to make sure the ink dries and we got everything finalized before I go make some announcements. But yeah, we're going to be back in Delco, going to make a lot of people happy. We got some great sponsorships. City Distillery is following us all over town. They've been good for us. We've been good for them. Dagwoods has treated us, unbelievably great. State Farm, Abramson and Dennenberg. So we've got a lot of good things going on for the rest of the summer.
We might need a bigger shirt.
Wait.
Well, it doesn't mean looking at my stomach. I'm talking from the back of the shirt.
I knew what you meant, John.
We got room for more ink. We got plenty of room for more ink.
Just have to readjust it. That's all.
We're good.
May have to.
We're good.
Adjust the font.
We're good. So I want to thank everybody, and we'll be back next week. Plan ahead, Charlie Manuel will be here at the store on the 14th of August, signing autographs. What else we got going on? Milt Thompson will be with us at Dagwoods.
Yes, you will.
There's another 93/08 guy.
Great guy.
We're looking forward to a lot of cool things. My takeaways for tonight are actually taking me out of the store for a couple of days as we, as a family, head back up to New York to finalize all the wedding plans for October 2nd. If you see me check in up at Cooperstown, you'll know why I'm in New York. So
they didn't elope.
No. But we're really looking forward to, as a family, getting together, this weekend to finalize everything and making this all come to be a happy day on October 2nd. So I'll hand it off to you.
I'm just excited for the Phillies team right now.
There you go.
We got lots of good baseball coming for the rest of the year. We have some people may not believe it, but we have a good manager that's going to take us there. And we got pieces now. Like you said, I mean, do we have a perfect team? No. We're going to have our issues at times, but stay with them. They're going to be right there the whole rest of the way, and let's make the playoff run this year.
There we go.
Make it exciting going into the football season and back into the hockey and basketball as well.
Speaking of meaningful baseball, one last thing: Team USA tonight. Yes. Another big game.
Mm-hmm.
Another big game.
Got a chance to medal.
Another huge game, and our boy Raleigh DeArmas is down there on
coaching.
Team USA. He's coaching up the boys.
Who are they playing?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know who they have tonight.
Yeah, I'm not-
Is it the Dominican, or they beat them the other night?
They were beat. I saw they either played them or beat them the other
Yeah.
day, and then
Yeah,
it's hard with all the time,
I can't.
the time
I,
changes.
yeah, I've been
if
really.
it's a
lax.
current game or if it's an old game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're playing them.
Yeah,
But yeah, they got 2 more games before they get possibly 2 more games to the gold medal round. And they win tonight. They're in the medal round,
Okay.
and
Oh, wow.
they'll each get
Looks
a-
like they're playing South Korea.
South Korea.
yeah, it was
Yeah, tough matchup.
Yeah,
It'll be a tough matchup. But go Team USA.
absolutely.
Mario, what do you
So-
got?
I'm going to piggyback off John. I've been watching the Phillies play a lot of small ball, and I like it a lot. They need to do more of that, and if we can do that and keep our defense in line, I think we got it. We're
there
good.
you go.
Very cool.
Sounds good.
So,
Very cool.
all
All
right.
right. Well, you have a good week.
Yep.
Down
Stay
there
dry.
in sunny Florida, and everybody out there. Joe Stinger, we're praying for you, buddy. You got we're right there with you. So hang in.
Yep.
Hang in there, and thoughts and prayers down to Joe Stinger in Florida as well. And we'll see you all next week.
See you next week.
All righty.